Hello, 3.2 just came out today. Yeah, that's pretty exciting, I would say. I haven't finished Act 3 yet, so that's exactly what we're gonna do.
Astra Atasask. We meet again, you
Oh,
two.
you seem really chipper.
Do you have any commissions for us
Very
today?
odd. I don't like that.
Commissions, huh? Let me think.
Well, I haven't done mine.
How about this? Please attend the Academia's Academic Symposium this afternoon and recite a love poem on stage.
What?
Wait, say what now?
And if possible, please also use your camera to capture the reaction of the audience upon finishing the poem.
Huh? What kind of commission is that?
Yeah, that's a little
I
weird.
see. It appears that you're not interested in this commission. In that case, please go to Port Ormos and convince the Eremites there to spend some time volunteering at the local orphanage.
Hey, that's not any better.
I'm sure the mercenaries will have some interesting reactions as well.
Hyman's gotta ask. Just who exactly has been submitting these commissions to the Adventurers Guild?
Probably the academia or
Oh.
something.
The commissioner? Well, actually, I just wanted to see the two of you in action.
You're not actually Catherine, are you?
Was it so obvious?
I knew she was way too happy.
One of those commissions.
Oh.
That kind of chance to observe humans doesn't come by often. Ah, so it's Nahida. Hyman just knew Catherine wouldn't crack those kinds of jokes. When did you get into her head? From when she said, "Ad Astra Adasask." So it's been you this whole time? Are you done resting up, Nahida? Yes. I've been sleeping ever since we parted ways. And I even had a really, really long dream.
Oh, what did you dream
It
about?
was another dream about the Sub-Zerus festival. Except it was a happy one.
Was the other one not a
In my
happy
dream,
one?
I was sitting in the middle of a flower terrace. And everyone in Sumeru City
Wait,
was
this
holding
sounds
hands
like
as
her
they
trailer.
danced in circles around me. They danced round and round.
I don't like this.
Everyone looked
Her
really
trailer was
happy.
kind of sad. I didn't really understand it much because I haven't finished the quests in the story in the game, but
I also got to sit on a gigantic flower
oh
carriage.
god,
Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, raised me really,
It
really
sounds
high
so
above the ground.
similar
And
to
he was going endless
her
amount of
trailer.
candy candies at the children. You know, Nahida, maybe your dream is how the Sub-Zerus festival really should be. It's meant to be a joyous time where everyone gets together to celebrate your birthday.
That's true.
Huh? Wasn't I describing a really happy dream? Why are you both looking at me like that? Wait, could this be an example of the emotion
Poor
known as
Nahida.
pity?
She doesn't know what emotions look like.
No, we aren't pitying you. That would only make everything worse. We just don't want you to feel too sad. By the way, have you had a chance to visit Dunyarzad? How's she doing? The Homianis haven't allowed any visitors after the festival, so we haven't been able to check on her. Yes, I paid her a visit right after I woke up. She was resting at the time. Her condition is stabilized. However, since Elazar is a manifestation of the withering on the human body, we can only cure it by finding a way to take care of Irminsul's own withering. But for the moment,
Yes,
our top focus
we will
should
do
still
this
be
for
figuring out
Dunyarzad.
what the sages are up to and what
and
they're planning.
Kale.
Right. Who knows what'll happen if they manage to pull off another scheme like the Samsara of the Sub-Zerus festival. So our first priority should be investigating and putting a stop to the sages' activities. As for how we should pull that off, let's discuss it somewhere else. There are too many adventurers around here.
Possess a student and infiltrate the sage's quarters?
No way, that's too
I
risky.
don't know. I thought it was a pretty good idea. You know, like, go full on spy mode.
You mean it'd be too easy to get caught? No, it's not that. We shouldn't involve innocent students
I'll
in
hate
this.
them's not
A single
innocent.
mistake could completely ruin their lives. Doing
Saying.
that would be ignoring the safety of my people for my own
I
selfish
think he
goals.
kind of owes us
How is that
from
any
stealing
different
that
from what
one
the sages are doing?
knowledge capsule too.
That's a good point. Spoken like the god of Sumeru.
I can't think of anything else.
Are we really out of
What if we just infiltrate ourselves?
Nahida, you're super smart, so you already have something in mind.
Yeah, we're
right?
really sneaky.
Don't keep us in suspense. Spill the beans already. According to a popular theory from the Bahumana Darshan of the Academia, projecting impractical motions at the beginning of a
This
planning
music is
system
so loud.
will give more weight to the actual proposal. Okay, but aren't you the god of wisdom?
So is my
You
brother.
don't have
Golly,
to
I'm
use that
so
kind of
sorry.
gimmick to make us take your ideas seriously. Well, I've been thinking that if I can't directly possess the leaders, and if I can't get ordinary people involved, then I should find someone who's already involved, but hasn't decided to side with the sages. You're saying we should recruit a spy?
Sounds like
That does
I'll
sound
hate
like
them.
it could work. Oh, before coming back,
Oh,
we met someone
see?
named Alhaitham. He seems like he acts alone, and he likes doing stuff behind the Academia's back. They probably aren't in cahoots. Actually, I already have someone in mind. Do you still remember that female scholar named Sataria?
oh, is that the
Sataria.
girl who?
Paimon remembers now. Isn't she the one who's always trailing
Oh.
behind the Grand Sage of the Academia? We ran
Yeah, I
into her
didn't know who
basically
she
every
was.
time the
Thought
Sub-Zero's
she was
festival
the
repeated itself.
Girl with
You could even
Tainari.
say we're old enemies by now. Paimon still remembers the smug and mean way she always spoke to Nilu. I've always liked observing all kinds of people, and Sataria has always stood out from the crowd. She was born in the desert and was hailed as their greatest genius. Her academic gifts allowed her special admission into the academia, and also gave her the opportunity to serve as the sage's assistant. Oh, Paimon didn't know she was from the desert. She must be pretty special then. Paimon feels like most of the desert dwellers around the city are working as mercenaries. The name Sataria means star. When she lived in the desert, she shone like the brightest star in the night sky. Later on, she was chosen by the sun.
The
The
sun.
star was given a place in the daytime sky to complement the sun's dazzling light.
Oh,
Soon
oh,
after,
okay. I
the
see.
star witnessed the sun scorching the earth, which brought forth many disasters. The star began to waver. Instead of staying beside such a sun, wouldn't it be better to return and light up part of the night sky? But in the end, she couldn't give up the radiance of daytime. To cope with her shame, the star buried her guilt and closed her eyes.
Oh, so that's how Sataria
From the
feels.
sound of it, Sataria's just hung up on the research opportunities here. But she doesn't really support the academia. She still feels guilty about not doing more for the desert, right? She's just running away from her problems. Indeed. When they are presented with complex moral issues, many people will simply plug their ears and go with the flow until the problem can't be fixed anymore. She's suppressing a lot of guilt. But before she realized it, she had already become the sage's accomplice. She can't deny her
Okay.
part in their schemes anymore.
Sounds like we have who we
We must
need.
somehow make her face her problems again.
I mean, I'll hate them would
That
have
way,
been better.
not only can we get useful intel from her, but she can also use it as an opportunity to redeem herself. From my past observations, Sataria will take a day off from the academia every 10 days to do some shopping in the city. Tomorrow afternoon just happens to be a shopping day for her. That'll be our chance. This should be Sataria's favorite
Why is
fortune
a
telling spot.
child a vendor here?
So should we ask the fortune teller about Sataria? No, I already have enough information on Sataria. The most important thing now is for you to pay attention to the vendor's talking style and key characteristics.
Like how she's a child?
Key characteristics?
My poor lost lambs. Have you become troubled over
Maybe
your
she's just really
fates?
short.
The divine voice of wisdom often echoes between mine ears. If thou be blessed today by the gods, I may be able to show you the way.
Huh? Really? Nahida, you've been whispering things to her?
Shh. My friend here has some doubts regarding her future. Can we get a fortune reading for her?
Of course, of course. In that case.
Oh my gosh.
Uh-huh. It would seem that Harut and Marut are quite wary of you. Perhaps, at
She
some
uses
time in the
cats?
past, you have somehow offended the gods.
Only mocking the god of Animo, questioning the lord of Geo's financial savviness, and brawling with the god of Electro. Do those count?
And you didn't even. You left out the fact that she full on is in a search for her kidnapped brother who was stolen by a god. And they fought.
Oh, nothing. Go on, pick an aspect for her to divine.
I want to find my prospects in love. Yep.
Love prospects? No problem at all.
That sounds more interesting than health.
The gods have spoken.
Come on, tell us
The truth shall be revealed.
what does Lumine's love
One
destiny?
who's fated to cross your path will appear on... Huh? So many people will fall for you. How could that be?
That makes so much sense, actually.
Marut, did you two spoil my divination? I've never read a fortune so absurd.
cats?
Actually,
The
Paimon thinks this is
fortune
probably
teller?
the most accurate fortune telling you've ever done.
I admit that the orientation of today's celestial matrix is suboptimal. As such, there will be no charge.
Is that so? Well, that can't be helped.
If you were to bring some food offerings for Harut and Marut on your next visit, perhaps they could help you reverse the wheels of fate.
Ah, dear customers. Would you like to look at some pottery?
We caught wind of your great craftsmanship, so we specifically came to take a look.
Oh, I recognize you. Aren't you Miss Catherine from the Adventurers Guild? Sounds like I'm in for some big business.
Speaking of,
Whoa.
where did you learn this trade?
It's a little suspicious.
I suppose you could say it all started with my dad. He's a mason by trade, but I picked up an interest in clay while apprenticing for him. After that, I began making pottery by myself in secret.
Why would you
And
have
I
to do it
simply
in
changed
secret?
trades when my works turned out well. Although it's a pity that I'm no longer making much use of the knowledge provided to me by the Akasha.
That's nice. You're making a living doing something you love.
So is your father still working as a mason?
Oh no, not anymore. A few years back, he fell from a roof and broke his leg.
What in the world?
Since he had already saved enough mora over all these years, he's just enjoying the retired life in Port Ormos nowadays.
I see.
Oh, that sounds pretty
We
nice.
wish him peace and happiness in his retirement.
Not the broken.
I'll have someone in charge of logistics at the guild come by another day for
I'm
some
sorry.
goods. We'll leave you to it. Take care now.
No problem. Rest easy, all our goods are sure to meet your every need.
Hi there. I feel like I've seen you down by the docks before.
Huh? Sorry, I don't quite remember.
If I recall, you were having a discussion with someone about shipbuilding at the time.
Ah, that's right. I've always been really interested in feats of marine engineering. After all, I grew up
kinda
in
weird.
Liyue Harbor and spent my entire
interested
childhood
in
staring
marine
at the ships
engineering?
going in and out of the port. I came to Sumeru to study, but failed to make it into the academia due to my lack of talent.
Oh,
But I'm still discussing all kinds of problems with different scholars. And I'm continuing to study and perform research from the restaurant's basement. I'm sure I'll get to the academia after their next round of exams.
What an admirable spirit for learning. Amazing.
Sure. But you'll find hardworking people wherever you go.
So this restaurant has a basement as well? Huh. First I've heard of it.
That's right. It's not usually open to patrons. Most of the time, employees use it for breaks or to hold private events.
I see. Guess that makes sense. Well, good luck with your studies, Miss Chishan.
Thank you so much. As long as I can make it into the academia as an official
I
student,
don't think you want that.
I'll be happy.
You don't want that, trust me.
Oh, here she comes. Satori is here. Let's quietly follow her. Once she starts talking to her acquaintances, we'll find a safe spot to begin possessing them. As for how we'll sway her to our side, I'll leave that to you. I trust you'll know what to say.
Gosh.
Paimon's
Oh.
feel kind of nervous. Okay, let's go. Looks like they've already started talking. Let's find a hiding spot and get started.
Did someone really not notice three, well, like 2.5 people standing there? Uh-oh.
That's right. You really can't force anything when it comes to love. And besides, everyone around me has a very different background and outlook.
What?
Are you still listening to me, Nahida?
Oh, of course I'm listening. You were talking about troubles with your love life, right? I heard everything you said.
Okay then. You just seemed a little distracted for a moment there. Strange. Your cats seem pretty worked up. Is something wrong? I
Uh-oh.
always thought they were quiet, happy kitties. Oh, what are their
Oh.
names again?
It's Haru and Maru?
Ah, that's right.
Yep,
They're
yep.
just little darlings, aren't they? Harut and Marut.
Ahem. So, which fortune do you want me to read for you today? You must have come for another echo of the divine voice of wisdom.
I'd like to get another reading on my love prospects, but to be perfectly honest with you, I feel like I've been a real mess recently.
A mess?
Well, could you do a reading on how long it'll take me to finish my current project
no.
at work?
Paimon,
I really just want
if
to
you
get it
get-
over with.
if you get
I hear
spotted,
you.
I'm going
No
to
problem at
murder
all.
you. I mean,
The gods will reveal the truth.
make you fall asleep.
Um,
This is the same thing, right?
the gods are asking, Sitaria, why haven't you gone home?
Why haven't I gone home? Do the gods really know everything I've been
Oh
thinking
no.
about?
Oh.
Sitaria, why don't you just go home? It's a demand now instead of a question. The gods seem to be truly upset.
I'm sorry. I know I failed the gods. Please pass on my most sincere apologies and ask for their divine forgiveness. And if I may ask, Nabia, is there a specific god who's speaking to you right now?
Did you expect me to read video game lips?
What an inconsiderate and naive question. The god who is speaking to me is, of course, the wisest and mightiest of all, King Deshret.
Oh, okay, makes
King
sense.
Deshret? No wonder he would make such demand of me. Wait a second. King Deshret passed away a long time ago. Even though news of King Deshret's resurrection has been spreading like wildfire, it's all just a misinformation campaign from the academia. How can King Deshret still exist in real life?
I have no idea what you're talking
Insolence.
about.
I am King Deshret's most loyal believer. Do you wish to refute his voice of wisdom?
Oh, no. As a child of the desert, I am only reveling in his power upon learning that his divine glory has touched even this city. I will think very carefully about his
That's
demand
what you,
of me.
yeah, you should definitely
I'm
go
sorry.
do that.
I must go now.
Wait!
I think you did fine. Good job, Traveler. Oh, she knows something's up.
It's okay. I just got caught up in something.
How are we gonna do
Oh, actually, didn't
this?
you ask me to help you look for work? What kind of work were you looking for again?
masonry work?
Oh, right. Your old man's craft. How could I forget? Speaking of,
I remember
how's he
things.
doing? Is he feeling any better?
This seems like the same thing.
Oh, that's good to hear. I've been thinking a lot about him. If I could get some more time off, I'd love to pay him a visit. Actually, while we're talking about him, is he still living in Port Ormos?
Yeah, he's been retired there for a while.
If you could find the time, please write him a letter. Let him know that recently, faith in King Deshret has taken root in Port Ormos and has begun to spread across Sumeru. He has a quick temper and has always been a devout follower of the Dendro Archon. I don't want him to get into a fight with those King Deshret believers because of a difference in beliefs.
Oh? So, who are you siding with in all of this? The Academia or King Deshret? I'm so jealous of you.
Sorry.
You were born a child of the desert, yet you chose to betray King Deshret, and now you spend
Dude,
all
you're
your
kind of...
time with those crooks from the Academia.
Akeem, you don't mean... You've also become a believer of King Deshret?
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise King Deshret? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
Oh!
Can't pick a side? Me?
Oh.
Whoa.
We're forcing her to face her
You'd be so
problem.
good at this.
You were too harsh.
You really zeroed in on the
You
issue
were,
and
you were,
put it
you were,
right in
you were
front of
harsh.
her.
Maybe not
It
like
might feel a bit
overly harsh, but
overwhelming
like
for
harsh enough.
Sataria.
Still harsh though.
But once everything is over, I'll be sure to pay her a visit to her mind and explain everything. Anyway, let's keep going.
I am in your mind.
So, Shishan, have you noticed anything weird in the city lately? Like, as if someone was trying to preach to you about something?
No, I've just been in the basement.
Oh, right. Speaking of strange things, I celebrated the Sub-Zerus festival so many times that I lost count. That was really weird.
Wait, how could you be aware of that? That should be impossible. Nothing in the report indicated anything like that.
Are you still failing to realize that the Academia's lowly tricks could never deceive all of Sumeru's citizens?
Who knew that Traveler was such a savage?
Shishan, don't tell me that you've converted to King Deshret as well.
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of King Deshret. In reality, shouldn't you be the one who is ashamed? You, who worked side by side with the Academia, and treated people as nothing more than experimental subjects?
Please,
Please
stop!
Shoot! You get her, Traveler.
Even now, Sataria's still trying to run from her problems.
Did I push too hard? No,
She
you
can
didn't.
no longer justify everything to herself. Hey, she's trying to talk to the guards. What should we do? This is the most important part of all. Quick, get ready.
Mercenary, you're a member of the Corps of 30, correct? Please help me pass a message to the Matcha right away. The situation in the city is getting out of control.
Please, try to remain calm, miss. Tell me what's happening in the city.
Heretics are infiltrating the city, and they've already converted
They're
many residents to their
heretics?
side.
That is so mean.
Heretics? What kind of heresy are you talking about?
King Deshret! Many people I know have suddenly started believing in him, but he's long dead. It's impossible.
Miss
You
Sataria,
can believe in a dead
nothing
god.
is impossible.
You know my name?
King Deshret is immortal, and all who defy him will one day pay the
I'm
price.
kind of like famous. Why are you surprised that she knows?
You must
name.
face the truth, Sataria. You tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the Academia's grasp on you will become, and the deeper you will be ensnared.
Child of King Deshret,
Never forget that the desert that belongs
God.
to you lies elsewhere.
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise King Deshret? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
What an absurd
Oh,
question.
she's really
You
feeling
make
it.
it sound like
The
I should be
tension.
ashamed for becoming
getting
a
to her.
believer of King
I
Deshret.
almost kind of feel bad.
Sataria, why haven't you gone home?
You okay? I don't think she's okay. Dude, that cold stare.
It seems that no matter where I run, I only keep finding more believers of King Deshret. I have to say, this is a familiar feeling. I've also been running from my guilt this whole time. Guilt over my part in the sage's plans, and from ignoring the letters from the children of my homeland. No matter how much I may try to ignore or get rid of it, my guilt always comes back.
It's not too late to turn back.
You won't necessarily lose your research opportunities by facing the truth. Besides, did you really want to conduct your research while carrying such heavy feelings of guilt?
How do you know me so well? Are you truly just a believer of King Deshret? Or are you the god himself?
That's not important. The important thing is to pass judgment on the academia and its sages, and to correct their mistakes. If you could provide some assistance in this matter, perhaps it could serve as a form of atonement.
I've actually never believed in the gods, but I've always believed in serendipity. Your appearance must be a fated opportunity for me to get out of this wretched situation. Please tell me, what can I do for you?
Oh, we did it.
How much do you know about the sage's current activities?
I was just one of the designers for the masked dream harvest scheme, which is what happened around the Sub-Zeru's festival. But I know very little about the full scope of the overall project. I'd assume that only staff with the highest clearance would have access to those confidential documents.
That makes sense.
I've just been working to meet the Grand Sage's specified requirements. However, there's something that's been really bothering me. I heard that a scholar who was previously expelled has returned to the city.
Oh?
And even the sages
His
are still
name,
quite wary
I'll
of him.
hate them?
To fight against the academia,
He has
we
to
will
come
need to
back,
figure
right?
out the nature and the purpose of their work.
He's not-
Is there a way
not
for us to
gonna
get access to the confidential
steal
documents you mentioned?
that capsule and like we're just gonna ignore it and just gonna get away with it, right? That's not gonna happen.
It should be possible if we're willing to take some risks. After all, I'm an assistant to the Grand Sage, and I've been working on many tasks outside of the project. One thing, though, I won't be able to transfer the documents to you through the Akasha once I get my hands on them. The sages have always closely monitored all activities within the Akasha. Let me see.
Like that camera?
Let's use
Is
the
that
most
what we need to
primitive
do?
method. Send someone to pick up the documents tomorrow evening at the Academia entrance.
The academia entrance. Wouldn't that be too conspicuous?
Don't worry about that. I assure you, this won't be a trap. I'm only suggesting this location because it'll draw more scrutiny for me to leave the Academia again. It'll be safest for me to distract the guards long enough to hand you the documents.
Alright, I trust you.
So, if I were to successfully complete this task, would it mean I've atoned for my wrongdoings?
That'll depend on the judgment of the Dendro Archon.
The Dendro Archon. That's right. Her people are the ones we have endangered. As the god of wisdom, she's also the one responsible for judging and guiding the scholars. Maybe it's time for me to find a god to believe in.
Oh, are we converting her?
Just as Nahida predicted, we've managed to bring Sataria to our
I'm
side.
starting a weird religion.
The traveler's execution was
with
ingenious.
Nahida.
She's the one who deserves all the praise. Well,
Yeah, I know.
now
I'm
that
pretty
we've made
great,
plans to
but,
meet again tomorrow evening, all we can do is pray for Sataria's mission to go
Gotta
off
have
without a hitch.
I'll hate them to worry about.
Hey,
I feel like.
but if
I feel
we're
like he's
praying
gonna
to God, aren't we just praying
he's
to
gonna
you?
do something bad.
God of-
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No. The truth is the true
I'm not
guardian
sorry.
of scholars. I've always believed
I was just trying
that.
to be polite.
Anyway, let's meet again tomorrow evening at the Adventurers Guild.
Oh, wait, is this a cutscene? Oh my gosh. Oh, the music.
What are all these people doing here at this hour of the night?
This seems like a trap.
Ah, the triumphant hero returns at last. And to a rather spectacular welcome, even if I do say so myself.
Is that Dottore?
Outcast, expelled from the Academia.
Indeed I am. Although
Is
these
it?
days they tend to call
Or is that
me
just...
the Doctor.
God, oh my god!
If
Why
you're
are you still
looking for
using
your
that
researcher
Doughblade?
friend, she has already been taken into confinement.
I'm sorry, I'm
With
a big
some
manga
basic
reader.
caution, she could have discovered the listening device on her person. Clearly, she lacks the degree of rigor expected of a
Gosh,
true scholar.
He looks cool, you know. Not as cool as in the manga, but
The people
he
of
doesn't look
Sumeru
bad.
City.
They're all being
What have you
hypnotized or
done to
something.
them?
I simply made some minor adjustments to their Akasha terminals. Now they can deposit information directly into the subconscious. As you can see, all these lovely people now believe this traveler is a
No.
hero who has
Gosh,
just
that
saved the
looks like
world.
my worst nightmare.
My experiment is a success. And now it seems they can no
really
longer
expect them to
hold
sound
back
like that,
their
to be
sheer
honest.
adoration.
No, what should we do? These are all just regular people. Leave now. You need to get out of here. What? That guy's a Fatui Harbinger. We can't just leave you here. Nor can I abandon the people of Sumeru.
What in the world is... You go, Nahida. She's so cool. She deserves the best. I'm very attached
Don't
to
worry.
her.
We'll meet again outside of the city.
I guess it was a trap, though. Makes
I
sense.
see. You appear to have overridden their mental faculties with your own consciousness. To possess such a powerful mind,
Oh, I think he knows
you
who you
must
are.
be the god of wisdom.
Oh.
Oh, it's the Traveler and Paimon. What are you two doing back here? Kale, it's nice to see you again. Are you doing all right?
To be honest, I'm not doing too well.
Oh.
My Elazar has been progressing
That's
at a
sad.
faster rate lately. I'm finding it harder to complete more intricate tasks. As a result, Master Tainari has taken me off the patrol schedule. He will only allow me to stay here and coordinate other people's tasks.
Oh, Kale.
It seems like curing Ermin's soul is our only chance.
Speaking of Tainari, did he go off on patrol? We're here to talk to him.
Oh, Master Tainari? He just left the Avidia Forest a little while ago. He was headed to Party's DI.
Huh? He left? But isn't Tainari always saying that he never wants to leave the Avidia Forest? He even turned down the Sage's invitation.
I thought it was weird too. Master Tainari always prioritizes his work as a forest watcher above everything. He almost never leaves his post. He left in a hurry this time though.
You didn't give a reason?
No, I only found out that he left through a message he left behind. He also made sure to delegate all his tasks using a schedule. To leave in such a hurry? I'd guess he had something urgent to take care of. Master Tainari originally studied in the Amorta Darshan of the Academia, and Partis DI is something like the Amorta's research base. Many rare shrubs and grasses have been planted there for research. I know that before he became a forest watcher, Master Tainari once spent a long time conducting research at Partis DI.
A research base, huh? Gotta wonder what kind of research Tainari just decided to work on all of a sudden. Oh, we don't have a lot of time, so let's go look for him at Party's DI.
Take care, Kale.
Don't worry, I'm fine. I'm used to living with Elazar by now. If you run into Master Tainari, please send him my regards.
Got it. Will do. See you later, Kale. Look who it is.
Nahida? It's probably the same
Goodness,
person.
you're okay. We were so worried about you.
You are Nahida, though.
Hey,
Right?
this was supposed to be a touching reunion, but you're ruining the moment.
No.
Actually, it's very smart of the Traveler to be wary of me right now. After all, the Doctor has shown that his technology can apparently even control human minds. Plus, it's not like you could have known what happened after we split up, and I was facing the Doctor by myself. Even a pool
Well,
of
obviously
stagnant
you're
lava
alive, so you
after a
must be pretty
torrential
strong.
storm can occasionally pass as a patch of sky. Paimon feels like only the real Nahida could come up with such an obscure analogy.
I believe you.
Huh? But I wasn't trying to win your trust or anything. All I wanted was to clarify my point. Well, we understand that point now. Please, Nahida, tell us more about what happened. Are those poor people all right? When you left, I was still in the middle of restoring everyone's minds. Thankfully, when the Doctor mentioned depositing information into the subconscious, he didn't mean engraving information into their minds. Instead, he did something closer to creating hallucinations. That was still within my power to fix. Luckily, I managed to finish my restorations and mind jump away from him just as he was about to capture me. What a relief.
Okay, that's
The
good.
Doctor sure pulled out some hidden cards, but good thing we had Nahida with us. I wouldn't be relieved just yet.
Yeah.
I gave away my true identity when I restored everyone's minds.
which means we've lost another one of our trump cards. Also, the doctor is already an expert at modifying Akasha terminals. Maybe it's only a matter of time until he captures my consciousness inside the Akasha.
Would that mean you'd no longer be able to jump between minds? Then how do we stop him? He's still at the Academia, so it's possible he already started messing with the Akasha.
Yeah, we need to hurry.
Feels like he's
We need to
toying
speed
with
this
us.
up.
What a nasty piece
I'm
of
ready
work.
to fight him.
Plus, the doctor's combat
Let me at
ability
him.
alone is apparently enough to make him worthy of being number 2 of the Fatui.
We shouldn't give up hope just yet. Let's try to find another way to attack this problem.
Actually, Nahida, how did you know we were trying to get to Party's DI? Have you been waiting for us?
Yes, I have. I can see the traveler's elemental energy, so I deduced your destination by looking at the direction you were moving in. You didn't come here for sightseeing, right? Did you find any leads?
We're looking for a scholar we know. His name is Tainari, and the sages once tried to reach out to him. Why don't you come inside with us and see what we can find?
Okay, let's just hope we won't get him into trouble.
It is you!
Ah, it's Hypatia!
Oh my gosh, that echo is so weird. Long time no see.
Ah, what a pleasant surprise! It's so nice to see the two of you again.
Who's this?
She's a scholar we met in the Avidia Forest. When we last saw each other, she was still training in the, what's it called? Satyavada life?
Oh, I see.
I don't like this audio.
That's right, we're old friends. You've come at just the right time. Ever since I've come here, hardly anyone has even talked to me.
Hypatia, you're way too excited about this. Actually, for you to leave the Avidia Forest means... you're not in training anymore? Wait, no. Did you already finish your training and reach Pariporna life?
What do you think?
I don't think you did
My
it.
consciousness has already managed to make contact with the divine.
Oh, really?
You did it? Congratulations!
I'm happy for you, but I really don't think you
It's
did
so
it.
exhilarating to share this sublime joy with others at long last. When my consciousness made contact with the gods.
I don't know.
What a supreme and unparalleled experience that was.
You're looking a little twitchy.
That sounds incredible!
We're here for Tainari.
All right. Actually, please wait. I haven't forgotten my promise to you. Remember? I promised to help you understand what you saw from Irminsul once I gained deeper insights.
Hey, but
My
this might be
current self has
information
not
we
only
need.
gained true insight, but I can even help you establish a direct connection to the consciousness of the divine.
You can do that?
Do you believe we're gonna do it?
I've never heard of anything like that, but if you want to give it a try, I'll do my best to protect your consciousness during the process.
Hold on. I brought some spirit borneo with me. This is still a crucial part of the
Is
ceremony.
she a fake?
We're using that incense again?
All right now. Hold my hand. I'll help you establish a pathway to connect your consciousness.
Okay,
Ready?
I'm scared. Don't die, Traveler, please. I kind of need you to survive.
It took 3 betrayals for me to finally understand. The world is just an elaborate tapestry of lies. My fury will never be quelled. The first to betray
Scarrow?
me was a god. My creator. My mother.
Oh, what? Okay.
Valuing strength above all.
This is
She
too
saw
much
no worth in
information.
me and I was discarded.
Oh, that's so
The
sad.
second was a human. My family. My
Scarmouse, what
friend.
happened? I mean, I guess you're telling me what
Consumed
happened,
by
but it's
fear?
sad.
He saw me as an abomination.
Oh, because you're just a puppet. You're probably the
third
first
was
Raiden
one
Shogun.
exactly like me. A hope for the future. A fledgling barely out of the nest.
A child? You adopted a child?
Powerless before his mortality.
He broke his promise to me.
By dying?
Humans, they can't be trusted. And the gods fill me
What
with
is, no, what is happening?
So I said good riddance. I denounce the world and laugh in its face.
So cool. Ah, the
My
classic
chest will
hat.
never again be defiled by worldly filth. I will scrub away every last trace of human emotion. Then it will be empty, a blank slate, and ready to
See how
receive
that
a
works out for
supreme
you.
gnosis, brimming with pure divinity.
That was cool.
There is
Oh.
no need to fear.
Oh, it's not done.
The pain
Your
will
boss
be
fight
brief.
just came out, dude. You should be happy.
Your era is coming to an end.
Oh, he looks so malicious. That was so cool. That was something.
What was that?
Just we don't know whose consciousness
Did
this
we
is.
actually just
I
see
think
the
it was
Paladier's memories?
Scarmouch's.
Everything matches what we
consciousness.
know about him.
Is that his name? Baladiers? I don't know. I didn't do the event. He was. I was on vacation. 2 years ago. That's when that event
But
came
how
out.
is he connected to the divine consciousness that
We just started
Hypatia was
Genshin
talking
that
about?
time.
You saw it, right? You felt it, right? Such a
No.
majestic god.
No.
Such a noble will.
No.
Such
No.
sublime emotion.
No. Don't you. No. You are not becoming a follower of Scarmouch. You are.
Alas,
No.
Shame. If only that which beats within my chest wasn't a
She's just a
filthy
Scarmouch
mortal heart.
fangirl. She's one of those
Oh,
people, you know?
great and merciful God, please grant me
I don't
forgiveness and
think-
salvation.
He doesn't want to do that. He wants to rid you
You
of your
understand now?
emotions.
I'm afraid this is no Purina life, but rather...
Wake up.
You, why are you so mean to me? Why is everyone hiding from me?
What in
I
the world?
found divine wisdom. Shouldn't I receive praise and honor?
You didn't find divine
Haven't
wisdom.
I
You
uncovered
found
that light in the darkness?
some weird stuff, some
Hypatia?
dark things.
That's how I always thought everything should be.
You found a short puppet. That's what
Wait.
you found.
Have I already lost my mind?
Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh, this is awkward.
Wait, something isn't right.
Another cutscene? They're just throwing everything on me. I can't handle this. Don't you dare touch me. I will. The Traveler has her dull blade, okay? No. Don't you dare hurt her, okay? Okay, it's just Catherine who died. Nahida, I mean, Catherine's just a puppet. There's many forms of her. It's okay. In the world? Oh my. That's a boss fight! I would reckon. Scarmouch, you gotta stop. This has to stop. Oh, look, Tainari, you finally came. After I learned everything about Scarmouch. How did you even come? When did you show up,
Are
Tainari?
you okay, Nahida? Wait, no. Something feels different. You're back!
Oh, the Traveler's back?
Did Nahida
Nahida
transferred
was
to
controlling
me?
your body for a while. It seemed like she jumped over to you as an emergency measure right before the Catherine puppet was destroyed. After that, Tainari
That
heard
was
the commotion
close
and came
then.
over. He helped us defeat the mercenaries
Nahida
and then
actually
he ran
already
with us all the way here.
almost died. Our minds swapped places?
What? You swapped places? You mean your consciousness also went into Nahida's body?
Oh, that's why we saw,
Then where is Nahida's consciousness? Where is she now?
who knows?
I never imagined that an individual's consciousness could
And
be
now
transferred around
Tainari's
like this.
stuck in this messy situation.
Had I not seen it with my own eyes, I would have never believed it. I don't think this can be achieved with current human technology.
Because it's not.
Also, while we were running,
Achieved
the
by the
consciousness in your body
supernatural.
told me to pass on a message. She said, "The doctor has found a way to trap my consciousness, so I can't journey with you anymore."
No!
But even in a moonless night,
God!
a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and lies.
This Archon quest is really hurting me. Emotionally.
Nahida's trapped in the sanctuary of Surasthana for good this time. Was that message all she left for us? It's pretty vague.
It's in a code that only we know.
Oh, that makes sense. Since the doctor captured her, she won't be able to say anything without him knowing. She's being extra careful. Even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and lies. Huh.
Let's see.
Paimon knows the moon illusions and lies are from that alchemical divination at the Sub-Zero's festival.
The moon
Didn't
was
Nahida use a starlight analogy before?
Nahida,
It
right?
had something to do with Sataria.
Yeah, the moon refers to Nahida.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Huh. Do you think Nahida was telling us to go find help in the desert? But
Maybe?
she isn't with us anymore. Think we'll be okay?
Dude, we've been without Nahida for forever. I guess we've always had at least someone to help us out, huh? We'll be fine. We have Tainari.
Paimon, you said Sanctuary of Surasthana. Does this mean that this Nahida you're talking about, the consciousness who was occupying the traveler's body, is the Dendro Archon?
Oh.
Your guess is correct, but the situation's a bit complicated, so it's really hard for
Yeah,
us to explain right now.
That's all right. A scholar's curiosity doesn't need to be appeased right away. As for the complicated nature of the situation, safe to say I have witnessed that for myself. I've spent some time with you, and it looks like the Dendro Archon's also on your side, so I trust you.
Thank you, Tainari.
I mean, we haven't really
Actually,
spent
we
that
came here
much
to
time
ask you a
together, but
question.
okay.
What do you know about the project that the sages have been working on?
Ah, that. While I was indeed invited to join that project,
What is it?
the sages were always
still haven't
secretive
converted
about
that
its scope and
halfway.
goals, so I eventually declined. All I know is that that project has something to do with the restoration of
Oh.
Hanzo.
I just received some new intel.
Did you see something when you were in Nahida's body?
That academia is turning the balladeer into turning Scarmoth into a god. Oh gosh, I'm losing my voice. It's all the restraining of my voice, trying not to scream because it's almost midnight and
Do you
I
have any evidence?
family sleeping. Hypatia showed us a so-called divine consciousness.
So that's what happened. That explains why Hypatia's symptoms were different from those of the other scholars who went mad. It's because she made contact with the consciousness of a new god who is still in the process of being born.
Tainari, did you leave the Avidia Forest because of Hypatia?
I did. I noticed Hypatia's mental anomalies, but since her symptoms were rather atypical, I secretly took her to Pardis Dii and began searching for a way to return her to her normal self. If I didn't take action, Hypatia would have already been taken by the Matra to the desert, doomed to a life of exile at Aru village. Now that you mention it, I knew the Academia has never thought particularly highly of Lesser Lord Kusanali, but I still didn't expect them to do something as arrogant as creating a new god. Looks like I made the right decision by not accepting their invitation.
The Fatui is also behind some
The
of this.
Doctor and the Balladeer. We have 2 Fatui Harbingers in Sumeru. Sounds like we're in for a bad time.
Yeah,
From your
really.
description, I don't think they've
Every
completed
place
their
we've
project.
been so far
There
has
may
only
still
had
be room
one
for us to intervene.
Harbinger.
Then, what is the connection between creating a new god and restoring Irmin's soul?
Yeah. Feels like we're still nowhere close to figuring out the sage's goals.
Let's head to the desert.
Right. We've pretty much gone over everything we need to know, so we should head out. How about you, Tainari? What are you going to do?
I'll stay here for now. I still want to try a few more things to help Hypatia. If you're planning to go into the desert, start by heading for Caravan Rabat. That'll be your fastest route.
Oh, if it's this tall, it's gotta be the divine work of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, right?
It is pretty impressive. Wonder if I can climb it. You think I have
Enough gawking. Come on, follow me.
Oh my gosh.
Huh?
I did not. I mean,
Over
I
here.
kind of knew you'd show up eventually. I mean, I've been saying it this entire time, but I didn't expect it. Like, it kind of went to the
Let's hurry up and
back of
follow
my
him.
brain with
Wonder what
everything
he's up to.
happening. Sorry about that, I'll hate them. Kind of forgot about you, honestly.
You were too careless. You
You're
should have
kinda
noticed
mean.
those hopeless amateurs trailing you a long time ago.
Thank you.
There's no need to thank me. I've never cared to keep track of personal favors.
I can
All
tell.
I did was correct a mistake I happened to come across. It's a habit I developed at the academia.
You really gave Paimon a scare, Alhaitham. We never thought we'd run into you here. Last time we met at Port Ormos, didn't you say you were going back to the academia? Wait, don't tell Paimon that you're here to take us back on their orders.
Oh, so you've already landed yourselves on the academia's hit list. I can't say that I didn't expect it. However, had I wished to turn you over to the academia, don't you think you'd already be the Eremites' honored guests by now?
Oh, right. You do have a point.
Did you participate in the Sage's big project?
I have no
Like,
interest in
didn't.
running
I mean-
errands for that project. As a scholar, I've always belonged to the camp that promotes researcher autonomy. And these days, you're more fascinating than anything the sages can offer.
So you were actually looking for me?
Not quite. To tell you the truth,
I didn't
I'm still
really
investigating the
expect
Divine
that.
Knowledge Capsule. Unfortunately, I've run into some difficulties. Everyone says the capsule originated in the desert and was eventually moved to Port Ormos. If I am to get to the bottom of this, I must understand how the capsule first came to be. Which brings me back to you, and why you're so interesting. The leader of Ainul Ahmar
Thank
used
you,
the
I
Divine
guess.
Knowledge Capsule right in front of you. And upon seeing him, your expression became perplexed, and you were lost in thought for quite some time. To have that kind of reaction, I think you must have realized something. Are you interested at all in sharing what you've been hiding from me?
You've been hiding something? I must. Oh, dang it! I didn't mean to.
You really have a ridiculous
Oh.
eye for detail. What kind of person even notices or remembers stuff like that?
I can't share what I know.
So that's your answer. Well, I do work for the academia after all. So considering that, it is indeed wise to keep your cards close to your chest. But that does prove you do have some undisclosed information about the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Am I right? No matter.
Kinda?
Rather than simply learning the
Do we
answers
know
from you,
something about
I'd
the
still prefer
Divine
to investigate on my own.
Knowledge capsule?
Speaking of, you two are also headed to the desert?
That's right. We have the same plan as you. But we don't really have any concrete goals at the moment.
Then I'd suggest starting with Aru Village. It's the largest settlement in the desert, so it'll probably have more resources and intel than anywhere else. Well, would you like to head there together?
Sure.
It's always better to travel with someone you know. Let's go.
Another cutscene? How many cutscenes? I've been only recording for an hour and a half and I've had 4 cutscenes. Oh gosh, there's shadows. Oh, it's Sino! Why are you attacking me? I thought he was nice. thought Sino was not. Oh, he's not attacking. It's because I'm good. He doesn't have to invoke his judgment. I remember when his banner was out. Good times.
Sino.
Oh. He's pretty cool.
Unless my memory fails me, we have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the Academia. Would you care to enlighten me as to when and how I invited the General Mahamatra's wrath?
Oh, Hatham. Do not think you can escape my judgment, just because you managed to escape my attack.
Judgment? So that's how you'd characterize your actions here, is it?
I
Or
mean,
would elimination perhaps be a more accurate
I would say I'll hate
description?
them deserve some kind of judgment.
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me. Though styled like an assassination, I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee or resist. Standard practice for the Matra, as well you know.
Seemed to me more like your own personal touch.
Who is that, Al-Haytham? Did you call him General Mahamatra?
Yes. General Mahamatra Sino, head of all the Matra at the Academia. He's a formidable hunter, and the ultimate nightmare for any who have committed academic crimes.
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Al-Haytham, to the point of blocking an attack for him.
I don't really trust him.
I'd never choose to side with him.
I don't.
I wouldn't
really
believe a
side
single
with him.
word that
I mean,
comes
like,
out of his
me
mouth.
personally, the Traveler might.
I've been pursuing this scribe for a long time. I urge you, stand back and do not seek to defend him any longer. Otherwise, there will be consequences.
No, I don't trust him as much as you seem to.
Has Al-Haytham done something wrong?
Oh,
Paimon doesn't think he's as bad as you've made him out.
He's done stuff wrong.
I won't waste my breath explaining things. Al-Haytham, I saw it during our fight. Take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person. Unless you want me to retrieve it for myself.
Oh, this is awkward.
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes a Matra's senses.
Wait, the divine knowledge capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormos?
No.
No wonder you speak with such confidence, Sino. But I must admit, I'm very curious.
I feel like we're
What does
kind of
this
like
capsule
third
mean to
wheeling.
you? And why, as General Mahamatra of the Academia, are you all alone in the desert? As far as I'm aware, the other Matra have been speculating about your disappearance. Have you been given a mission that's, let's say, morally dubious? If I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority and resources to judge me within the walls of the Academia?
Is it a mission for the sages?
I should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
You two? Ugh. What should we do, Traveler? Paimon feels like we can't trust either of them.
Probably because you can't.
Well, look at you
someone
two,
we can
acting all
trust.
tough and self-righteous over there.
Wait, Dia?
Wow, perfect timing.
Great, finally someone that we can trust.
I swear, if Paimon and I say the same line one more time,
We
I'm
gotta
gonna.
help this out here. Otherwise, these two are gonna start fighting again.
Yeah, sure looks that way. Two giants from the Academia duking it out once and for all. Not something you get to see every day, that's for sure. Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and lord your empty rules and virtues over each other. But how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of Aru Village? It seems like someone's gonna have to beat some sense into your thick skulls until you finally learn to respect these grounds.
I'm kind of scared. Dude. This is like a... Neither of them can afford to be distracted by Dia.
Hey, did either of you hear a word I just said?
Whoa, what's going on? The wind's so strong. Is this a sandstorm? Paimon's gonna
Wow, that's convenient.
Another sandstorm? What's up with these recently?
Hey!
Oh my gosh, it's
All
Candace!
of you, over here, quickly!
Someone's calling for
Oh,
us!
I'm so sorry,
this
Candace.
wind is too strong! Let's get over there!
That sounded like Candace. Come on, you two. Jeez, are all of you academia folks such hard work? Move it!
All right, stop yelling.
Well, don't talk to Dia like that. That is so mean. This is awkward.
Well, this is pretty
Oh.
awkward. Hey, wanna play
I'm not
sardines with 3
fine.
people who wanna tear each other limb from limb? Sure, why not? Sounds fun. The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sandstorm dies down. Let me introduce myself. I am Candace,
Oh, she has different color
protector
eyes.
of
I
our
never noticed
village.
that.
Our savior has come at last. Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon. Thank you so much for helping us.
There's no need to thank me. It's only right to help each other when the weather gets rough.
Wow, she's so gentle and caring, like a nice older sister. Unlike those guys over there.
All right. Now that we're all better acquainted, we should return to the topic at hand. As a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm, I was observing your conflict from afar, even before the sandstorm started. And now that you have set foot within our village itself, it is all the more my responsibility to make absolutely sure that you pose no threat whatsoever to us. So please, have an honest and sincere conversation with one another, and put your hostile feelings to rest.
What
If
in the world?
anyone dares to start anything
You
again
think
while
they're just
they are under
gonna
this roof,
talk their feelings
I will
out?
not hesitate to send them out for some quality time with the creatures of the sandstorm.
Oh, on second thought,
Okay.
Paimon may have misjudged Candace's character.
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia. Do I make myself clear?
All right, we got it, Candace.
That's what I like to hear. So, which of you will begin?
I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now. Anyway, one of those two should probably start talking.
Wait, that was you trying to be a mediator?
I have nothing to hide. So
For
there's no
different
shame
people,
in
she probably
explaining
would have
myself.
done a good job.
While Al Haytham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been assigned a morally dubious mission. Rather, I've chosen to exile myself.
What?
Huh?
Why?
Exile your...
A little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and development files. What little they did report clearly did not match the project's actual progress. As General Mahamatra, I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit. However, to my surprise, the person responsible for the erroneous data was none other than Grand Sage Azar himself. I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request, but I soon found that all leads and potential pieces of incriminating evidence were carefully concealed from me. I began to realize that they were cautious of me from the very beginning. Unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit request as soon as the submission reached his desk. He even said to me, "The power of the General Mahamatra is granted by the sages. You have no right to judge us."
So they really are up to no good.
I realized then that to the Grand Sage, the Matra are nothing more than tools for the sages to assert and maintain their control over knowledge. The vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold, they are meaningless to the academia of today. I believed it would be wise to flee the academia before the sages had a chance to take action against me. This way, they can no longer see nor predict my actions. I will never give up on this investigation. There's no need for someone else to give me power or authority. Once I find the truth, I will administer judgment by my own name.
Saito seems to have the same goal as us. We're all investigating the sages. Plus,
Okay.
now that he's no longer the General Mahamatra,
I mean,
he somehow feels a lot less scary.
I wouldn't trust him completely
Well,
yet.
Sino, if that's your story, then why did you see Alhaitham as a target?
When I was investigating the matter in the academia, I overheard a conversation between Alhaitham and a sage. The sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler. Do you dispute this, Alhaitham?
Excuse me?
What?
Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented.
I am disappointed.
Now throw in your suspicious behavior with the Divine Knowledge Capsule, and I think we deserve an explanation.
Sages for watching me from the very beginning. Through Alhaitham's
Yes.
eyes.
I was indeed tasked with investigating
No,
the
don't
traveler.
even try to explain yourself. I know you're about to.
After all,
Oh.
the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me, once you've completed this assignment, I can give you a glimpse of divine knowledge.
Why would you want something you don't even know?
The most enticing offer.
Unfortunately, those academics don't know me at all. Their words contain one key piece of information, namely that divine knowledge indeed exists. That gave me all I needed to know.
Oh.
From my perspective,
Okay.
the sages are far from trustworthy.
It's a little cocky, but...
Think about it. Isn't it a little strange they're so willing to share divine knowledge with anyone, even as a reward?
Which is really important.
I began my own investigation following the lead of the Divine Knowledge Capsule. In the end, I realized my wisdom in committing to this rather than collaborating with the sages. Had I been less guarded, I probably would have ended up like that Ainul Ahmar mercenary, incapable of remaining sane for long enough to hold a conversation.
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you, using one of those capsules that drive people insane?
Oh. What about your encounter with me?
I'd already given up on the assignment by then. I only told the Academia I was waiting in Port Ormos for you to appear so they wouldn't suspect anything.
Okay.
So it came
makes
as quite a
sense.
surprise when I encountered my erstwhile target while investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
Criminals
Really,
do
really
love
calm
to
about
talk
this.
about coincidences.
Even though I ran into the Traveler by chance, I had no intention of providing assistance to the Academia. Also, you should remember, you were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after I left that tavern.
It's not enough to prove his innocence, though.
That's true. Alhaitham helped us out at Caravan Rebat as well. Maybe he's telling the truth.
I'm willing to apologize, if that's worth anything to you. I took the Divine Knowledge
Apologies
Capsule
mean
behind your
nothing
back
from-
because I
to
judged
me.
its existence to be a significant
Especially for me,
risk.
I'll hate them.
I felt that it would be best for
You're
no one
shady.
to interact with it before it had been properly studied. After all, curiosity often proves to be the most dangerous thing in this land.
You should be well aware, Scribe Alhaitham, that curiosity can also lead you to danger and suspicion. Answer me this. Did the sages share any information about their project with you?
Have I not made myself clear? You and I are both distrusted by the Academia. Do you really think they would tell me anything?
Fine. Although you haven't completely proven your innocence, I won't regard you as an enemy.
Wow.
For now.
Talking it out did kind of help.
As you wish.
Mm-hmm. Good. I'm glad to see you two clearing up your misunderstandings. And now you, Dia. I believe it's your...
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Whatever the boys
dang
were
it.
talking
At
about
least it
must
was
have been
Dia and not
so
mine.
boring that I spaced out. My situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, Dunyarzad of the Homiyani family, is friends with the Traveler and is currently recovering from her illness at home. I had nothing going on, so I decided to return to Aru village for a visit. I was actually looking forward to a pretty exciting time getting back together with everyone here, but then I saw these two random guys in the middle of a pointless argument. It ticked me off, and things went downhill from there.
Is that all? Well, I will admit that definitely sounds like your style. In that case, welcome back, Dia.
That's more like it. I missed you all so much, Candace.
What in the...
Whoa!
What was that?
What was that sound?
No need to worry. Now that you're no longer at each other's throats, please make yourselves at home. I'll take a quick trip outside to clear out some of those creatures in the sandstorm.
Creatures? In the sandstorm? Are you sure you don't want some backup?
Fighting in a sandstorm is not for the faint-hearted. Anyone without extensive training in these conditions is at a disadvantage. You needn't worry.
Yeah, just leave him to Candace. Don't worry, she's as tough as they come.
Yeah, but she's only a 4-star. So.
The wind's died down. That means the sandstorm's over, right? Candace still isn't back yet, though. Is she alright? Maybe we should go out and check on her.
When you put it that way, even I'm starting to feel a little worried. Alright, let's go. We've been here long enough, and the boys are as chatty as the floor.
The creatures stopped appearing. Was that the last of them?
Why are Sino and Al hate them just like in the back?
What we fought just
Doing
now was probably
literally
the
nothing.
aftermath of the sandstorm. So we should be safe for the time being.
Well fought, everyone.
Oh,
No
what was
injuries,
this?
I hope.
Is this a chief?
Huh? Who are you?
Ah, my apologies. I haven't had a chance to greet you yet. I had my hands full taking care of the village's elderly and children. I am the chief of Aru village. Everyone usually calls me Uncle Anpu.
Oh, okay.
Sir, I am also originally from the desert, but I have not been back for some time now. May I ask if such sandstorms are common?
I can't say they've always been common, but recently the storms have become increasingly severe and frequent. Besides sandstorms, we also occasionally get earthquakes.
that
According
sounds a
to an
little
investigator
suspicious.
who stayed in the village a while ago, these unusual natural
Yeah,
phenomena
that's what I
are related to the
suspected.
withering of Irminsul.
Oh, someone wants to join my world. I'm sorry. I'm kind of busy right now.
Another effect of Irminsul's withering. So, Irminsul's withering causes withering zones in the forest, and sandstorms and earthquakes here in the desert?
Everything in the natural world is inextricably connected to Irminsul. These regional symptoms can indeed be a reflection of Irminsul's present state.
Everyone in Aru village needs to take good care of themselves. Speaking of which, why haven't I seen a single village keeper since I got here?
Village keeper? Who are they? Village guards like Candace?
Does your curiosity know no bounds? Village Keeper is how Aru village refers to mad scholars, exiled here by the academia.
Pause it.
Most of them are scholars who lost their sanity after a
Lost
period
your
of
full
training in the Avidia forest.
That's exactly what we've been trying to investigate. One by one, the village keepers have been mysteriously disappearing without a trace.
Kidnapping.
But no one
It's
in
the
the
only
village has ever
explanation.
seen them leave. If you're planning to stay around the village for the next few days, I'd appreciate it if you could keep an eye out for them.
I've had encounters with those people in the past. I'll see what I can do to help.
The Matra are the ones responsible for their exile. Now that you're no longer with them, are you trying to alleviate your guilt and atone for your past sins? I'm fascinated by how you think.
Mock me if you will, but if you are guilty, I will eliminate you.
Oh.
Regardless of my
Okay.
position or identity.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
It's a little harsh.
you're the former General Mahamatra. You must be an expert in these kinds of investigations. Thank you for your help.
Is it because you're reminded of Hypatia? Oh, these poor scholars. First they lose their sanity, now this! We need to help get them back home, safe and sound. But, is it really a good idea to tag along with Sino? You seem like you really don't trust him.
I'll be fine.
I'll be grateful for the assistance. No doubt you will do
Sino
a better
won't-
job than
won't
some of my
hurt me.
former subordinates. Let's start by finding a spot to share what we know so far.
We have no record. We are at 0. Probably 50-50. Okay, let's start these polls. Nahida is coming home. Okay, I think that's 10 pity. Just... Okay. I can't complain. This is 20. I haven't pulled in so long, it feels so weird. This is 30. Razor.
Yeah,
This is 40. Oh, 40? Oh, that, I'm losing 50-50, aren't I? Please. Please. I'm going so fast.
Don't yell if you get it right.
Oh. Okay, hold on.
Don't yell.
Why are you so excited? You knew what's gonna
50-50. Dude.
Like,
what do I do now?
You pull for Tainari.
you pull for a weapon.
Okay, I'll pull a little for the weapon. 40. That was really quick.
Oh, is she a catalyst?
Yeah.
No wonder I don't like her.
Okay, this is 10 on the weapon. I barely pull for the only time I did it was that one time I got Venti's banner. It's 20-ish something.
I say you get this soft pity.
This is 30. Oh.
40. You're lucky one.
40. Another 40? Aw. Why are you here? This is 50. I had so many promos at one point. How many? What's hard pity?
90, 80 is it?
This is 60. Okay, I'm scared.
Lose it. Yeah, I think she's gonna lose it though. Not
begin it.
I want to lose it so bad.
I feel like a whale.
Wait, everyone raise your hand. Where's the thingies? Where's the thingies? Where's the thingies?
I'm not raising my
Raise
fingers.
it. That's what you get. It's what you deserve. You didn't raise the thingies. Why did you not raise the thingies? I knew you shouldn't have done that though. You should have raised the thingies.
Who am I gonna put this on? I don't have a sword person.
Ayaka.
How many more pulls do I have? Should I use the rest?
Yeah, I think you should do the rest.
If you're that committed to getting
I don't
really good Nahida.
Okay, fine. I'll use the rest.
But it's really risky.
Honestly,
I'll use the
just
rest.
save like 2,000.
No. Okay, there we go. Next poll. I lost count. What is this? Like 30, 20? Oh!
Hey, come on. Watch her lose it again.
Raise the fingies.
Come on.
Raise the fingies.
Raise the fingies.
Raise the fingies, baby. Keep going. You gotta keep going, Grace. You gotta keep going.
Fine. This is humiliating. I'm not gonna get her. I'm her.
Don't raise the fingies. Raise the stinking fingies.
The weapon banner is a scam.
Honestly.
Hey, you automatically.
I don't even need a.
You automatically get it now, though.
Okay, fine.
Really? Is that how it works?
Yeah, unfortunately, that is how it works. I think I've used all my free-to-play luck, and there's no way I get the weapon. No, that's not why. Getting a lot of weapons from this.
Just drink some tea, baby. Don't do what you did like a couple.
We're speedrunning these. You guys never seen a free-to-play pull this much. I just know you haven't.
See, I'm not this committed. When Star mode comes out, I'm not gonna pull this. It scares me.
I love Nahida. You don't understand my connection.
I just don't
with
like her as a fighter.
She deserves the world, and I will give it to her. I have officially adopted
She's a god. She doesn't need your adopting.
I have
I
adopted
hate to bring it to you, but
her.
sometimes you do that.
think
It's
all
really
because
sad.
snake people racing thingies.
Oh, purple. Oh, 4-star. Sorry. Purple.
I'm in the picture now.
Go. This is more depressing than Paris. You lost your community and still got signed.
This is the last one.
I mean,
dang it.
Buy something.
One more.
You're not gonna.
That's it.
I have a feeling I'm getting close.
It's this.
Do one commission.
The stars were told that y'all.
You guys see nothing. This is the free-to-play equivalent
Free to
of a whale. Of a whale. I feel very wrong.
Whale?
I feel very wrong. It feels so wrong. But it feels so right.
Does anyone know who comes out after
5 foot cracking pooping in the street.
Yeah.
It's a right foot great walking.
You know who is good?
Look at
After
it's
Nahida?
not 5'3". Gotta get my.
That's how the kids are like talking about like really weird stuff.
You guys see nothing. I'm getting it. I promise. Oh.
They lost?
It's expected. That's just how it's expected to run down. Armouch, Skirmish, 3.3.
Grace, you're gonna
Alchemy
waste.
from 3.4. Dia 3.5.
Oh, I may have to sacrifice
3 people that I really want.
I have to do
I
the.
don't really want Dia either.
She's cool.
You don't like anybody from Miyazuma.
Are you working on tomorrow?
How many times? I think I don't even know if I'll be able to get the weapon. Please, I have one more left.
The god of wisdom gives us with some knowledge and wisdom.
Of course.
Playable character.
Bye, dude. Man, I messed up things that
No. How high do you think my pity is now? Please, I beg of you. After all that work.
What? Getting the chest.
Character quiet. Anyway, that's where I'm gonna leave this video. Goodbye.